Hi, hello. Welcome to Yoga Energy Balance with me, Marina White Raven. And it's nice to see some names start popping up whenever I do these Facebook Live yoga classes. If you're new, welcome, double welcome. And if you have been coming for the last 12 weeks, then double welcome to you too. So this I've got a theme for today because I think that's useful to sometimes have something to come back to in our practice rather than kind of going a little bit out there. And I'm always interested in the inner life. This is what yoga is about for me, and hopefully will become more evident for you when you're practicing. Because we're very distracted by a lot of stuff out here, and I'm very encouraged to be distracted. There's millions of pounds that are spent on distracting our attention away from the inner life. So I encourage you to come into that inner life. Particularly these times of chaos and very erratic energy, lots of things going on, paying attention to that inner, quiet, still voice inside. That's what yoga can give you. That's what I have experienced. And I've got a quote from Shakti Gawain, who is no longer with us anymore. Very interesting, creative, and yogic person. And she said, every time you don't follow your inner guidance, you feel a loss of energy, loss of power, a sense of spiritual deadness. Yeah, what about that? So, relating that to energy, as soon as we don't engage with that flow, that creativity, that unique, spontaneous selves that are there, and not listening to that quiet internal voice, then we're scuppered, basically. So I'm just going to invite you to take a moment. Just take a moment here. Close your eyes just for a moment. It's not even going to be a minute. Just to have a sense, even if it's a very vague glimpse of that inner quiet little voice inside. And you might even be able to identify where that might be in your body. Listening to our own truth within all the loudness. And the more often we do that, the stronger and the more connected we'll get to that inner voice. So I invite you to practice that every now and again. Okay, so we're going to start our practice now, the physical practice, breath and body, everything connected. And we're going to start off with just bringing the hands together, connecting with our palms of the hands, these polars, opposites, they represent in ourselves, bringing it together, that oneness, that harmony. Yes, gathering all that energy up from the day and just shaking it off. We're just making some space and starting afresh. So we have some clarity, making space for our time now together. Okay, put the shoulders up, squeeze them right up to the shoulders, breathe in through the nostrils, hold the breath in. Hold for a second and then release out through the mouth. Yeah, we all need that. So I definitely need that. Breathing in. Hold for a second and out through the mouth. Just clarifying where that tension is, drawing it up together to this point, squeezing the shoulders up to the ears and then out through the mouth. Let it all out. One more of those, one for luck. And out through the mouth. Good, let's connect, repattern energy. Right hand on left shoulder and sweep to the right hip. Just across the body in this diagonal, reconnecting. You can do 3 of those that side, left hand on right shoulder, repatterning, reconnecting. So body and brain is working harmoniously. And then we're going to bring the sides of the feet together, the legs together, everything is going to squeeze together. In fact, we're going to bring the arms above the head and bring those together, squeeze them together, lift up off your heels, up on the tippy toes, hold your breath in again. And then release slowly this time out through the nose, hands coming down. See the palms are coming down to the floor and your heels are coming down to the floor. We're building up this energy battery, breathing in all the way up, hold. When you get to the top, squeeze everything together, squeeze the arms together, squeeze the legs together. And breathing out through the nostrils, hands coming down to the floor, heels coming down to the floor. Let it all go. One more time, breathing in, hands coming up to the ceiling. Hands are going to come together above the head, arms together, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze everything together. And then breathing out through the nostrils, slowly, slowly coming back down to the earth. Good. Let's take the feet apart, Tai Chi twists. Let's just, again, move that energy around. Knees are nice and bent, body is twisting centrally. So we're twisting on our own axis, our center. We're talking about the inner life, our center. How easy it is to get pulled off that center. That's certainly my experience. Yeah, so we have to always have a sense of our center, our inner self, and let our arms slowly come to a stop. And let's just give ourselves some body thumps. So taking the backs of the hands onto the lower back, that whole area. Yeah, get a sense of yourself. Sometimes we're not even in our bodies. So busy in the mind, thinking, and distracted by stuff around us. We forget to be in this fantastic body. So the knuckles of the hands, just going either side of the spine and the lower back. Wow, yeah, let's wake up that energy. The subtle energy of the body. The spiritual energy. I'm using that word. Okay, shake the hands out again. Let's get these arms going. Not just for the arms, but mostly the shoulders. Take the left foot forward, right foot slightly back, knees are nice and bendy. Put the left hand on the left hip. And we're going to do these shoulder circles, very fast shoulder circles to wake up the energy in the body. So we're going to swing that arm quite strongly, give it a bit of welly, as we say in Somerset. Give it a bit of welly. Now we're going to go backwards first of all. Big fast circles. It's just the weight of the arm. Take care, this is really perfectly safe. It might seem like a strong movement, but we're just keeping everything else soft, keeping the breath moving in and out. And we just swing again. This time forward with the arms, so get a bit of momentum going. And then forwards with that arm. Yeah, big circle. This is going to loosen up that shoulder beautifully, release that tension, and then, wow, notice how it feels between this. Yeah, doesn't that feel different? Right foot forward, left hand, and right hand on right hip. We're going to swing the left arm this time. So swinging it back and forth. Give it a bit of welly. Yeah. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. We're going to go backwards first of all. Big circles. Spin that arm around nice and fast. Yeah. Wake up. Loosen up that shoulder. Obviously the shoulder joint connected to the neck, the back, the chest. This is an area where it gathers a lot of tension. Forwards now with the arm. Keep hold of those fingers so we're not taking too much of the blood rushing into the fingers. And we just let the arms swing. So we've got feet nice and wide, knees are bent. Let the arms just swing heavily, side to side. Just like this kind of ape-like movement. Again, the arms and the shoulders are nice and soft, knees are nice and bendy. You can even extend that movement, make it into a little bit more dancey, just to free it up. You're freeing everything up. This is a beautiful practice I learned from my very first yoga teacher, Dave Hall, back in Frome. So we have this space between the hands steady, soft knees all the time. I'm going to draw a figure eight on its side, so the infinity symbol, following this, as if that ball is following that. Now notice how my arms are steady. I'm not kind of just moving my arms. I'm letting the whole body move with the arms. So this is finding some flow. Maybe a bit of attention onto your inner body, but keeping the steadiness for the movement of the figure eight, which can get big or small. It can be very small, this little figure eight, this infinity symbol, or it can get very, very big. So play around, go low as well. It can go very low, it can go very high. You can be right up on your tippy toes. So we get to kind of end up doing this much more freestyle movement, just by keeping our focus on this space between the hands, keeping everything else fluid, and then come to a stop slowly. Take a moment to be still. Notice the feelings and the movement still in the body. And now we're going to go in the opposite direction. So we're going to follow this figure eight on its side, this infinity symbol and go the other way that you didn't go. So it's going to feel slightly weird. It's usually the way we go first is usually the one that we just naturally always do. And again, you can make this really big, you can make it fast or slow, you can come off of one foot, get into the ankles, knees, hips, really play around, keep your focus on the space between the hands as if there's a ball there, and then slowly come to a stop. Let the hands drop. Really getting that energy moving around. Movement is everything. Movement. So, half breaths. In fact, we're going to do half breath today, just to keep with this kind of sprightly energy. Okay, breathing in, lift the arms up, look up, and out through the mouth. Let the arms swing heavily, and let yourself laugh a little bit. Yeah, breathing in. Let yourself smile. Let yourself enjoy. Why not? Okay, again, breathing in. Brighten your energy, and then it's like laughing at our own kind of worries and concerns. Yeah, because this too will change. Whatever's going on, whatever things you were worried about, it'll change. That is guaranteed. Let's just brighten ourselves up a little bit again with these kind of finger thumps on the whole chest area. Fantastic little practice this from energy yoga. And the whole area, always soft fisted if you prefer, but I think this fingers is really good because they're more kind of pointy. Right in the centre of the sternum, and then around to the sides as well. Quite high up, and you can feel that in that rib cage. Yeah, waking up the energy, waking it up, getting it moving. We're going to come into a standing posture, triangle to start. So we're going to prepare for that by doing a little side bend. So feet, around about shoulder width apart, so fairly wide, soft knees, but not bent. Left hand is on the left side of the thigh, reaching up through the right, breathe in, look up at that right hand. So you stay interested, and then sliding the left hand down the leg, reaching over to your left. As you reach over to your left, breathing out, push into that left foot. So you have that stability there. So you feel that that's holding you, so you're not feeling like you're going to topple over. Use the inhale to come up. Use the exhale to lower the hand down, the palm is going down to the ground. And let that right hand go down on the outside of the right thigh. Breathing in, reaching up to the left side. Look up at that hand, then reaching over the body on the exhale. Slide the right hand down the leg, soften the knees slightly. Look up. If you want to, if you feel okay with your balance, look up on the inside of that arm, up to the ceiling. Whatever you're doing, push into the right foot now, so you're steadying yourself, making yourself stable. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arm down. Good. So now we're going to open up the sides of the body, got a little bit energized, motivated. Let's come to the front of the mat. Lift the toes, place them down, feet to hips width apart, hands together to the chest. Lift that chest, nice and upright. Take the weight onto the left foot. We're going to step back with the right foot for triangle. So again, that's not as wide as a warrior, just to remind you. Level the hips to the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Soft shoulders down, away from the ears. Breathe in here. Open the palms up. Breathing out, reaching over to your left as far as you can, then down. Reach the leg wherever you are at, and then reaching up from that, reaching up in the other direction, up with the right hand to the ceiling. Good. So it's the points of focus here are making sure you're not locking your knees. It's very tempting to do that, I know. That's why I remind you, every time I notice my knees are knocking up, I go, unlock your knees, I tell you. Because I've just remembered myself. So extend the fingertips to the ceiling, turn your head to look up at those fingertips. Soften the knees, lift the toes, place them down. Feel that right hip is holding that position in place. It's a lovely long line. Good. Use the inhale to come up. You can bend into that left knee to lift yourself up. Lowering the arms on the exhale. Bend into the right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Okay, take a moment, put the weight onto the right foot and step back, same distance with the left foot. Square the hips to the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the palms up wide. Breathing out, reaching over to your right and down. So you can press against the part of the leg you're reaching so that you can open your chest to the ceiling, extend right into the fingertips. But make space on that left side of the neck between the ear and the left shoulder. Let the left shoulder sit back behind you slightly. Soften the knees. Breathe deeply. Feel the length in the left side of the body. Good. Strong legs, strong feet. Everything is connected. Feel that sense of connection. Use the inhale and maybe bend into the right knee to lift yourself up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Okay. Let's come into Warrior One now. We're going to step back into this one. So let's take a big step back with the right foot. You might need to just shuffle the feet wider apart or shuffle that foot back a little bit. So find a nice wide stance, wider than triangle. Take the right hip forward, left hip back. You're facing the short end of your yoga mat. See if you can just point your tailbone down, strong belly. Breathing in, lift the arms up above the head. Take the shoulders down away from your ears. Exhaling, bend into the left knee. As that left knee is going forward, push back into that right foot. Get that dynamic. If nothing else, so you really think about everything lengthening away from the center. Everything is dynamic. Everything is working away from each other. So we get this feeling of expanse or extension. And you create that space with the breath. You can look up at the space between the hands if that feels good to you. Try and keep the weight even between the feet. So feel into that. Feel. How is the weight between my feet? I probably need to push a bit more into that back heel. That really strengthens that whole back line. It's a tough posture, particularly to keep that back nice and straight. It requires a lot of strength in the abdominals. So come up on the in-breath, lower the arms on the out-breath. We're going to come into a forward bend over this left leg. So you can either take your hands to the lower back if you need the extra support, or breathing in, extend the arms up, look up at the hands, soften the front knee slightly, breathing out, strong belly, strong back, all the way down as you breathe out, and the hands land inside of the foot. So if you need to, if you're not reaching the ground, bend the knee as much as you need to, put things on the ground, make contact with the ground, blocks, cushions, anything, books. Now take the chest towards that big toe. Push the big toe into the ground, and then the other end of that line, so that's going one direction, the left hip is going right up behind you. So you're creating length in this left leg, as well as letting the body relax down over this leg. Breathe deeply. What does that mean? It means breathe out as much as you can, and then the next inhale should be a lot longer, a lot deeper. It's all about the out breath. Now we're going to bend that left knee and just walk the hands up the leg, nice and easy, and step forward with the right. So back to the front of the mat. Other side now. Take a moment, maybe lift the heels up and down. Weight onto the right foot. Big step back, big step. Check those hips. Try and get them level. It's tricky. You might also want to widen your stance if you're finding it a bit wobbly. Right hip back, left hip forward. Push that left heel down already. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Above the head, space between the hands, shoulders down. Breathing out, bending into that right knee. It's hovering over your right ankle. No further. We don't want it going further because then you're kind of overstretching and you're taking the weight too far forward. Keep lifting up your arms up to the ceiling. Keep sinking down. So this whole nice length from the base of the spine up to the fingertips is also sinking down while staying long. Keep taking that right hip back. Keep taking the left hip forward. Keep pushing that left heel back. So everything is dynamic in this posture. Look up at the space between the hands. You can try that. See if you like it or not. See if that feels too challenging. And most of all, really focus on breathing out fully and filling yourself with air. That's where the energy is, the breath. Give it more space. Coming up on the inhale, lowering the arms down on the exhale, and step forward with the left. Beautiful, good. So let's have a little bit of a moment of repose. Let's come into ragdoll. So it all starts with the knees starting, it's like everything's just kind of collapsing, but in a really good way. The knees are bending, the head feels heavy, the chin comes to the chest, the hands are on the front of the thighs and they're sliding down. The top of the head wants to come to the ground, the arms are just heavy, heavy weights. Let everything hang forward, but keep the knees bent. Absolutely crucial. They're not super bent, you know, we're not kind of crouching down. They're just bent so that they have to take the weight. And the rest of the body is totally zeroed. Let it go. Breathe in through your nostrils. Sigh. Make an audible sigh out through the mouth. Ah. Give it some sound. Sound is really, really important. Making sound, feeling a sense of your voice, letting that, giving sound to that internal inner, that little voice inside, you know, giving it some, giving it some airtime. We slowly now take our attention to the base of the spine and feel ourselves being pulled up from the base of the spine. Leave the arms heavy, keep the knees bent, leave the head heavy. Slowly unfurl. The front thighs come forward, the belly comes forward, the chest comes forward, your shoulders sit back in place, and your head lifts up, almost like a helium balloon, and the feet sink into the ground. Yeah, it feels good to feel so long and tall. Okay. Yes. Straight into a balance now. Strong balance to engage our energy. Dancer. So don't forget, if you're new or if you're feeling very unsteady, always use some furniture, chair, whatever you need to hold on to, or wall, or just have it to steady yourself. If you're doing that, try not to lean into it, just use it as a steadying. Step onto the left foot, take the right foot in the right hand. When you have found a steadiness, that is. I was a bit quick with that. So get the knees level if you can. And think about pressing the hips forward. So already you're getting a nice bit of a stretch on the front of that right thigh, on that quad. You can also have a choice of having the hand on the inside grip. I prefer that one myself. The thumb is going backwards on that in that case. Now I'm going to connect the thumb and the first finger of the left hand, making this lovely little mudra and extending the other fingers out. So as you inhale, you're going to lift this lovely little sunshine up to the sky. As you exhale, you're pivoting from the point of the hips, and we're leaning forwards the body and the arm, not just taking the arms forwards, the whole body. So don't grip with the toes, try to ungrip them. Now, this is the dynamic part. Start to take the heel away from the backside, start to take that, kick that right toes towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Open the chest, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Really think about the left fingers going forwards. So we're really opening the body up. Breathe deeply. Dynamic, balanced, focused. Breathe deeply. One more breath in and out. Use the inhale to come up slowly if you can. Use the exhale to lower your arm down slowly if you can. And slowly lower the leg down to the ground. So you find this poise and grace, not practice. Shake everything up a little bit. Shake the legs. Maybe even have a little bit of a bounce. Knees are soft. Let the heels just bounce on the ground. Just to reset everything. Maybe that'll help the balance too. Let's see. Put the weight onto the right foot. Spread that foot out. Spread the toes out. Maybe bend the knee of that standing leg. Take hold of the left foot when you're ready. Use the wall or furniture if you need to hold on to something. I've got the inside grip. You can choose inside or outside. My thumb is going backwards. Connect the thumb and the first finger and the mudra. Other fingers just spread out nice, and it's just like more dynamic, beautiful pattern there. So breathing in, lift that right arm up. Lift the whole body, and as you breathe out, keep that length in the body, leaning forwards, pivoting from the hips. Try and keep the hips level. And you can take your gaze forwards, or if it's preferable, to the ground. So something still. Keep your gaze on that. And then start to take the heel away from the backside and extend. This beautiful back bend we've got going on here. Opening the chest, opening the heart, shoulders down away from the ears. There's focus, there's breath, there's connection to the earth. Good. Breathe deeply. Use the inhale to come up. Slowly come up. Breathing out, lower the arm down. And lower leg down. Just take a moment. Notice, you know, which side was it? Was one side easier than the other? Was the balance easier generally or more difficult? Noticing how your balance is from day to day, which is when you practice every day, we really start to see those patterns. Okay, dancer. Let's come. Yeah, we'll come into just a nice little breathing and moving, settling. It's quite a strong posture. So we're going to just open the hands up and breathing in, lift the hands up to the ceiling. And breathing out, we're going to take the hands back down to the ground. Good. Arms and breath. Yin and yang. Breathing in all the way up. Turn the palms, breathing out all the way down. The palms are coming down. Now you can keep on with this. If you want to make it a bit more dynamic, you lift the heels up. A bit more balance involved here. Lift the heels off the ground. Inhaling, exhaling all the way down. So if you're finding this is too slow for you or too fast, then match the movement to your breath. Breathing in all the way up. Lift the heels high. Really pushing off the toes. Reaching up with the arms. And as you breathe out, the arms are coming down. So the inhale, the inhalation, that inspiration, that's the masculine, the yang energy. And as you breathe out, it's the feminine, the receptive, the yin energy. It's going to come back to the earth. So really think about that. We're drawing this beautiful circle around ourselves. You can imagine that yin yang symbol in the black and white, the circle, the swirls, everything is balanced and even. Trying to find this balance, this energy balance. Accepting these polarities in ourselves rather than pushing away the things we don't want. You know, in the Buddhist terms, they talk about all suffering is aversion or clinging or aversion. You know, all suffering is about clinging or aversion, pushing things away or clinging things too tightly. Yeah, not easy to let go. Not easy to accept the stuff we don't want coming along. Let's make one more of these beautiful big circles. Breathing in, yeah, lifting up, lifting off. Very high in the sky, and then coming back down to this big, beautiful earth, feeling that lovely, grounded earth feeling. Everything in that practice. That practice on its own, you do that every day, that's a beautiful yoga practice. So we're going to come into a forward bend. So feet are hips width apart, check your toes, lift them up and place them down. Check your feet, yeah, lift the heels and place them down, just to get a bit of energy in the feet and that awareness of the part of the body which is in contact with the ground most of the time. Soften the knees. And like I said, if you're coming to a forward bend, you can either come in an extended position if you feel secure about your back. If you're less, if you're a bit worried, you can always place your hands on your back as you come into the forward bend. Try and keep the legs fairly straight but not locked in the knee. Breathing in. Breathing out, forward bend, strong belly, whichever you're doing, strong belly, strong legs, strong back, all the way down to the ground. Forward bend. So this is the same position as the seated forward bend, but this way you've got gravity on your side, but you don't have the ground to support you. So, you know, each of these has the different benefits, or it makes it easier for you rather. So we're rather than looking at the knees, we're looking at the toes with our eyes and imagining the chest. I like to think of this big eye in the middle of my chest, wants to see those toes. Make contact with the ground, most important. Don't hang there. Find something to put your hands on, whatever it is. Solid thing is better, but cushions is perfectly fine. It's better than nothing. Chest is coming to the ground, the tail is going to the sky or the ceiling. So again, this energy, this dynamic, these 2 points moving away from each other. Place your attention on that, as well as looking at the toes. Place your attention on your breath. Notice where the weight is in the foot. Is it back in the heels? Yeah, that's definitely my tendency. So I take the weight a bit more evenly and through into the balls of the feet. Good. So come up on your fingertips, look forwards. Put the chest forwards. Now we're going to put the weight onto the left foot. And we're going to step back with the right. A big step. And then we're going to take another big step back with the left foot. So we're kind of, hopefully, in a downward dog position. So you might want to adjust. If you're finding yourself a bit too cramped, just step back a bit or take the hands forward a bit.
you're familiar with the downward dog, you'll know that it'll feel about right. So with downward dog, spread the fingers wide, push the weight into the first finger and the thumb particularly. Tuck the tummy in, breathing into the chest instead. Keep the shoulders away from each other, strong arms, and let's just walk the dog a little bit. Bend the left knee, put the right heel down. Bend the right knee, put the left heel down. Just have a little bit of a walk there. You can really bend the knee quite a lot, then it gets a bit more movement, opening up the hips a little bit more. And maybe some of you might want to try this little side dog. So you just twist the feet so they're pointing towards the right. Take care, don't overdo it. And then take the feet forwards. And then twist the feet so the toes are going towards the left, both of them. And then take the feet forwards again. Okay. Now come down to your knees and sit back into the heels. Let's take a little rest here. Bring the forward to the ground, pose of the swan. Don't forget, you've got lots of little adjustments you can make. You know, if you prefer having the wider knees so your body can sit between your knees a bit easier, then just adjust that. If you feel like you need to put your head on your hands, maybe your head isn't reaching the ground, or a cushion, please do that. Breathing in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Let's just take the fingers and creep them as if you're trying to reach the top left-hand corner of your mat, or if you're not on a mat, then the top left-hand corner of where you are in the room. And keep creeping them forwards. So you'll start to feel a little bit more openness in the right side of the body, hopefully. Keeping the forehead on the ground. And then walk the fingers across the mat, or the area you're working, and extend and creep them up to the top right-hand corner. But this time we're getting into that left side of the body a little bit more. Keep creeping them forwards. Keep breathing the whole time. Now walk them back to the center. Spread the fingers wide. Let's just come up. So making sure the arms are extended away from you. So whether you were using them for a pillow, just everyone take them out in front. Use the inhale to come up onto all fours. Use the exhale to take the hips forward. Chest is wide, shoulders back. Breathing in, come up to all fours. Breathing out, send those sitting bones back into the heels. Yeah. Feel that back body, the backs of the shoulders moving. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's do one more of these. So make it a good one. Breathing in to lift you up to all fours. The breathing out, just let the out breath be as long as you can so you get a nice little introductory back bend. Then breathing in and breathing out once more. Just take a little rest here. Maybe sweep the arms back into the pose of the child. Relax the arms. Feel the sense of the shoulders flopping forwards, and also feel a sense of the jaw and the cheeks being really soft. Maybe even making this sound with the lips. So as you breathe in as you breathe out. Just loosen the lips and the mouth and the jaw. Yeah, you can give it a bit of sound. It's kind of more fun like that. Put the hands forward, and we'll just come up into a tabletop position. Tabletop, so the hands are underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. So let's come into this lovely cat position. So as you breathe in, you're going to lift the left leg and the right arm. So going opposites, extending them away from each other, but not high, in line with the back. Breathing out, bring the hand down and knee down. Breathing in, look forward, take the left fingers forward, extend the right foot back, the toes, and breathing out, lower down. You can change your point of view if your balance is okay with that. Breathing in, look forwards. Breathing out, look back down to where the hand is going. Shift the weight. Good. Breathing in, extend. So think about this extension. It's not just lifting your arm and your leg, but also they're encouraging the length in the spine. A beautiful diagonal across the body. Breathing in, lengthen. Strong dynamic. And breathing out, lower down. Good. Go in time with your breath. You might be faster or slower than me. That's absolutely fine. Breathing out. One more on this side now. Left arm, right leg, or whichever one you're finishing on. Come down again. And let's just sit back into the heels. Bring the forehead down. Take another in-breath. In through nostrils. Out through the mouth. Now we're going to come into a little squat here. So let's just see how we can do that. The way I would do it is come up onto all fours, tuck the toes under, walk my hands back, and let's see if we can come into that squat. So rolling over the foot. But I won't, I can't see you, so you can find your way, however which way you come into this squat. Don't forget, if half of the people who are practicing will have their heels lifted, that's just the way that Achilles is. So pad them up. Don't be kind of, it feels too precarious. So put some cushioning underneath them. If your heels are down, no problem. Knees nice and wide, let the body hang between those knees. Give the hips a bit of release here. Breathing in through nostrils and then let the head fall down. Back of the neck, release. Important to give these hips attention, regular attention. This is like the power center of the body, the hips, the lower back, lower abdominals, pelvic floor, all of this area. This juicy, powerful area in the body. Also, you know, energetically, this is where the Kundalini energy is based. It lies dormant. We need to wake it up. So that's where we can tend to get quite a lot of blockages as well, or a lot of tension in this area, which you might be feeling at the moment as well, particularly. So let's just bring the hands to the center here, if you can. Left hand down, let's do these twists. Breathing in, lift that right arm up and look up at the hand. So we get the twist in the body as well. The heart is wanting to connect with that right hand there. And rotate the right wrist. Keep your attention occupied by watching that turning hand, and then the other way around, turn in the opposite direction, rotate the wrists and bring it down as it's turning, bring it back down. Breathing in, lift the left arm up, follow it with your gaze. Beautiful twist there. Rotate that left wrist down, rotating, keep watching it. Maybe that's feeling a little bit more liberated. With each movement, you're oiling the joints, and then turning the other direction. And as you turn the other direction, it's bringing it back down to earth. It's like a lovely little creature, down to earth. Now we're going to come into a ragdoll once more. We're going to come back up. Yeah, we're not done. Knees bent, let the body hang forwards, let the head hang forwards. Breathe in, sigh out through the mouth. Slowly feel that energy, that Kundalini energy in the base of the spine. It's just waking up a little bit. And it's lifting you up with ease. Keep the knees bent if you can. The whole time you uncurl, unfurl, and rebuild the whole body so it's standing up, brighter and stronger. Yeah. Just notice how you feel. Take a moment just to see how do I feel now. How do my feet feel? So really feel a sense of your embodiment. So it's really, number one tip is pay attention to your feet. Look at them with your eyes, feel them, move them, feel the ground. And immediately, we're starting off a good process of feeling embodied. That's what it means, it's feeling your body. So let's, yeah, why not? I think we need to have something vibrant and energized. So we're going to try Goddess. So we're going to have the feet nice and wide, and the feet are at an angle. So bend the knees to check the angle of the feet. So your knees are going in the same direction as your feet. So adjust the feet to match that position. And it's wide enough so that when you bend your knees, you can get your hips right down, level to your knees. If that's okay, but check you're not sticking your bottom out to do this. The chest is staying above the base of the body. So keeping this nice upright spine. You might want to press your palms together as you do this, warming up the legs. Yeah, it's almost like you come down, and to come up, really squeeze the buttocks just to push yourself up. Breathing in and breathing out. I like to breathe in as I come down, and then push up on that out breath. Good. Okay. So we're going to come to Goddess now. Just for those who aren't familiar with this, it looks like this. Breathing in, lift the arms up. And as you breathe out, the tongue comes out, rasping sound, and the eyes go really wide, like they're going to pop out your head. And we have these lovely cactus arms and really straight fingers spread wide. Okay, get ready. We're going to do a few of these. So the first one's okay if it's not so good. It's a warm-up. Breathing in. Good. Get that fiery goddess energy, that Kali energy. Good. Yeah, it's building up. Let's do another one. Breathing in. And I think as it's Monday, we need one more. Okay, breathing in. Good. Okay. Give everything a little shake up. In fact, let's just come into a nice Tai Chi twist, just to loosen all of that energy up now. Bending the knees, letting the arms swing around the body, coming back to our center, feeling a sense of that center. It's a physical center, your spine. It's also energetic. And also your nervous system. So everything is happening in the center of the body. This is when we were first created. This is what we were. This little stem. Half sun salutes. Yeah, we're going to do a few of these again with this thing of moving the energy, and the breath being your center, your anchor. Lift the heels up, place them down. Lift the toes up, place them down. Feet hips width apart. Let's start with the hands in prayer position above the chest, in front of the chest rather. Soft knees. Get ready to inhale. Inhaling, open the palms up, look up, bring the palms together above your head. And as you breathe out, the palms are coming away from each other. The knees are bending. The chin and the chest are all projected forwards to come down to the ground. The fingertips touch the ground. Now you straighten the knees. The hands lift off the ground, come onto the shins below the knees. Look forwards, chest is forwards. And then breathing out with straight legs, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Breathing in, inhaling all the way up, bring the hands together, look up, exhaling, the arms come down. The most important thing is, but this is the breath. All the way up on the inhale, look up, hands come together, exhaling, the hands are coming down, knees are bending, chest is coming forwards, fingertips come to the floor. Straighten the legs, hands just below the knees. Inhale, chest comes forward, look forwards. Exhale, straight legs still, forward bends, hands come to the ground. Bend the knees a lot more. Push up through those legs. Inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, hands come down. Make the breath big and expressive. So it's inhaling, inspiration, look up. Exhaling, we're diving down. The fingertips are coming to the ground. Inhaling, look forwards. Feel your energy, forward bend, sink down. Bend the knees a lot. We're going to use the inspiration, the inhale, the push up through the feet to lift us up with ease. And breathing out, hands coming down, slowly soften everything. The inhalation is the vitality, the energy. The exhalation is the softening, the receptive, the coming back down to earth, fingertips. Inhaling, inspiration, chest comes forwards, heart open. Softening on the exhale into that forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. We need a lot of energy to lift up. Inhale, slow, steady exhale, hands come back down to the sides. Take a moment there, bring the hands to the heart center. Lift the toes, place them down. Feel your feet on the ground. Maybe even close your eyes briefly. Just to, again, reconnect with that inner experience. Feel your breath settling. Notice where your attention is taken to in your body. See if you can see where you experience your inner life. It might be different at different times. So you might be taken into your heart space. You might be down on your belly. You could be in your feet. You might be right on top of your head, your ears, anywhere. Just notice where your attention is taken to internally. And just release. Okay. So another forward bend, but only briefly, just to bring ourselves to the ground. So inhaling, lift the arms up, or place the hands on the lower back. And exhaling, forward bend, strong belly, strong back, all the way down. And again, breathing in, come up from the fingertips. Take the weight onto the left hand, left foot. Step back with the right. Step back with the left, back in downward dog. How does it feel now? Imagine the head is coming down to the ground. Spread the fingers wide. Push into the ground with your hands. Look back at the toes. Take a side step with the left foot and reach that right foot up to the skies. Yeah, give it a good point. And then lower down on the out breath, bring that right foot down. Steady that right foot, make it very strong. so that you can lift your left leg up high, point the toe, extend it, push back with a hand still. Make it a really strong dynamic posture. Lower that leg down on the out breath. Good. So now we're going to just take a little moment into swan. We're going to play around with downward dog a little bit, just a little bit. So last blast of energy. Bringing the forward to the ground, just rest here in the swan posture. And take a little breath of repose, breathing into the nostrils and out through the mouth. Notice how you feel. Breathe deeply by expelling that whole out breath. Feel the ribs expand in the back body. Feel your lungs, expand those lungs. This will serve you. Good. So we're going to come back into downward dog and we're going to try an up dog. So it's quite a strong posture, but there are variations. So we're going to come up onto all fours again. Tuck the toes under. Coming up, lift the knees off the ground. Looking back at the heels, the knees. Push back through the hands. So maybe your hamstrings are a bit more warmed up now. Now I'm going to come into up dog. So you look at your hands, lift your head and look. Now you're going to take the weight forwards. So your chest is coming forwards and your body's becoming a straight line. So your chest needs to come over your hands really. And your elbows are slightly soft so that your arms are really working hard. If this feels too strong, put your knees on the ground, but still make the effort with the upper body. Yeah, this is the beginnings of a press up almost, which I can highly recommend if you're wanting to strengthen your upper body. Press ups is the absolute answer, and it has the added bonus of really giving you a sense of being able to support yourself, which is really important. So you can come back into downward dog. Make the movement on the inhale. Inhale. Exhale, come into the downward dog. So have a rest whenever you need to. This is quite strong, so I'm just going to offer you this to play around with. Inhale, lift your eyes, look towards the hands. Exhale, come up into up dog. Again, you can always rest your knees on the ground if you need to. Inhale, make the movement. Lift the bottom in the air. Exhale, bring those heels down. Look back towards the feet. So the inhale, looking up, taking the body forwards. Exhale, sink into the posture. The inhale is the movement, the dynamic. The exhale is sinking into the posture, softening everything. Inhale and exhale. Keep those fingers spread wide or else you will do damage to your wrists. Keep the knuckles down. So you can stop whenever you need to. If you're feeling strong today and you really want to develop a bit of strength, this is a fantastic thing to practice. Up dog to down dog. We'll make this the last one. So come into the up dog. Okay, see if you can just really push your heels back. Strong, strong body. And then you can either lower yourself down with the strength in your arms if you really feel that you've got something left, or bring your knees to the ground. Whatever which way, we're going to come down to the ground. And rest. Phew! Rest on the side of the head. Arms are back. Just feel your breath. And that full embodied connection with this earth, with your physical body, with your breath, with your life. This is it. And this is very much the yoga, you know. Feeling a sense of your physical being, your breath, which is your life force, your energy, this moment here and now, and how this physical body is part of this earth, was born of this earth. And we feel our bodies, and this takes us into the ability to be able to come out of this rumination. Thinking mind is good. The mind is really a powerful thing, useful. The ruminations whirling around is not useful and creates disturbance. So it's good to notice when that's happening. And the physical body is really, you can make it an ally rather than an enemy. Come onto the forehead. Let's bring the hands forward. So the fingers are either side of the eye line there. Take the hands a little bit further away, maybe the very edge of the mat, so we don't want the shoulders hunched up. Okay? Lots of space between the shoulders and your ears. Spread the fingers wide. Now, use the inhale without pushing into the hands. Lift the eyes, nose, chin, chest. We're going to be coming to Sphinx. There we go. So there's no pushing into these arms. There's nothing going on here. We're using the back strength. So you can have a sense of the strong belly here, definitely, to really anchor the base of the spine to the ground and create more length in the front of the body. So the chest is coming forward. Imagine there's like something pulling your chest forward and your shoulders are going back down away from the ears. It's a small back bend, but it's a powerful one. And your face is like the Sphinx, just peaceful and serene. Hopefully. Now we're going to put the weight, now we do put the weight into the arms and lower ourselves down on the other side of the face there. Just rest there then. Now you can repeat that Sphinx, or if you prefer, if you feel like you want to take it a bit deeper, you can go into a cobra. But you take care in the cobra, because it's not just pushing up with the hands, as it often is shown to be. So the hands come more or less level with the shoulder. Keep the elbows tucked in, so you're still keeping the shoulders away from your ears. Come on to the forehead. Breathing in, you lift the nose, chin, chest, as before. So we're lifting our back as much as we can first, and then we push into the hands. And actually, well, we're not pushing back, and I would advise not locking the elbows, keep them soft. It's harder work for the arms, but keep the shoulders down away from the ears. And again, imagine someone is pulling the center of your chest forwards and upwards. Shoulders down away from the ears, long neck. See if you can smile. Or at least have a serene expression. One more breath in. Now you can use the strength in your arms completely to lower yourself down. And immediately we'll relieve the back by pushing into the hands, sit back into the heels. Good work. Sit back into the heels. Bring the forehead to the ground or on the back of the hands, whichever you prefer. And sweep the hands back into the pose of the child. Release. Releasing breaths. Breathe in through the nostrils and breathe out through the mouth. Okay. Yeah. Let's just walk the hands forwards, come onto the front of the body, and then we're just going to roll onto our back. Enjoy. At last, you get to lie down. Maybe first of all, you might want to hug the knees, just to give a bit of release to the lower back, rocking side to side in the lower back. Breathe. Feel your body. This area of the back, this whole back, lower back, pelvic area, sacrum, often can kind of hold a lot of the tensions we might feel. So it's really important to, this is great to do this lying on the ground, rolling around. Take time on the ground whenever you can. If your mat, your yoga mat, or whatever you use to practice yoga on, is down on the ground, you're more likely to go and lie on it. And that's step one of your yoga practice. Just put the mat down. You're already onto a winner then. Just extend the legs and arms up to the ceiling. Rotate the wrists and ankles. Breathe, move, oiling the joints with ease. And let's just rotate in the other direction. Just taking the weight off the legs as well. Feels really nice. Good. Hug the knees once more. Now see if you can get your hands between the knees and take hold of whatever you can get to. If you can take the first two fingers, ideally, and then hook them around the big toes, then you've got a nice, good grip. Otherwise, if you can't reach there, wherever you can reach to, it's good. And then we're going to play Happy Baby. And this is a fantastic one for this whole area I was talking about. So you might want to extend the legs. You can play around. I mean, Happy Baby, often with the legs bent, but, when you see babies playing, they kind of straighten one leg and roll around. Do this really slowly with your breath and just play around, see what's possible. Bending the knees. Some of you may be able to get the knees right down to either side. Straight legs, whatever feels good, really play with this whole area. You can even roll right onto the side, really enjoy what's happening here. Be curious and interested. This is the part which is Happy Baby. It's the curiosity of a baby or a child. They're fascinated by their own bodies, they're looking at their feet, but they're also happy because they're curious. So in a way, this is kind of total yoga, Happy Baby. Remembering how it was to be a child. Beginner's mind, that curiosity and interest in the body. Okay. Now take the hands behind the knees. Let's just have a little rock on the length of the spine. Enjoy that feeling. Rocking back and forth. Just put the feet on the ground, slide the legs away. So let's just get a full stretch of the body. After all that work on the lower back and the abdominals. Yeah, extend the arms away from the toes away from the fingers. Feel the full extent and the full length of the body. Enjoy the feeling of your breath in your body expanding. The energy of your body. How does it feel now? Feeling a sense of the ground beneath it, the air inside it, the earth quality, the air, the movements, which is the fluidity, the water, and then the energy, the fire, the power. Good. Once more, let's hug the knees, hands behind the knees, and we'll see if we can rock up to seated. So rock a few times, and let's see if you can just rock up to seated. Let's take a moment to seated. We're going to just do a little breathing practice. This is going to be Brahmari, humming bee breath. You may have done this one before. It's a fantastic breathing practice. I would thoroughly recommend it anytime. Making sound, feeling a sense of ourselves. So, how it works, it's based on humming. So, any pitch you like. But the interesting part and what intensifies it and really takes it inwards is by placing the hands, the fingers on the head. So spread the fingers out wide. But you need to be able to put your thumbs, so in a position where your thumbs can connect with closing the ear by pressing onto that flappy bit. So completely closing the ear so you can't hear so well. So don't do that bit yet, because then you won't hear the description, unless you know how to do it, and then you can be away. This is like holding this chamber, because this is going to become like a sound chamber. And all we do really is breathe it in. And with the fingers, the thumbs on the ears, we make the humming sound out. So it's like this. With the eyes closed. And we'll do this about 5 times. And you can change the pitch each time, but try and keep each individual hum the same. And see if you can locate the sound in the center of the head. So we're going to begin now, and don't worry about how loud. It will feel very loud when you close your ears, but it won't be that loud outside. So be really bold, make your sound, let that smaller voice become big. Okay, breathe in. So you may well be finished now. And if you are finished, just let your hands rest in your lap. Maybe keeping your eyes closed or closing your eyes and just feeling how that feels. What does that do? What I notice is immediately my sense of hearing is very much opened up. And in this very noisy time, it's the art of being able to learn to listen again more deeply, so that we can hear that inner voice, listen to ourselves, our intuition. So I invite you now just to, with that opened up maybe awareness and that balanced energy, with any luck, lying down on the ground now in Shavasana. We're going to take a couple of minutes there, just lying still and quiet. So lying on your back, Shavasana, with the
space between the feet, the arms away from the sides, palms open. So we're receptive, energetically receptive to everything. And feeling our back relaxed on the ground. Some of you maybe prefer to have your knees lifted and the feet on the ground. That's very, very much allowed. Whatever feels best for you. Close your eyes, most importantly. Take that focus inwards and just breathe. Maybe a releasing breath to begin. Breathe in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. And if you need to do that again, please try that again. Breathing into the nostrils and out through the mouth. So give yourself a moment, first of all, just to notice how you feel. Maybe you might want to notice the impact of your efforts in your practice today. Yeah. And then just soften everything. Just allow your body to soften and melt into the ground. And just take this last minute just to give yourself to fully relaxing, being present with your body, with your breath. Every time you notice your mind has wandered off, bring it back to that anchor, the breath. Bring it back over and over. It's like training a little puppy. You bring it back to heel. You bring the breath, bring the attention back to your breath. Breath coming in and breath going out. Feel yourself at ease. Everything softening, body melting into the ground. Within that quiet, still place, embodied, all the energies coming into balance, body, breath, mind, emotions, everything harmonious and present. See within that, when everything balances and calms and sinks, what is it that remains? When we drop everything, let go everything, what is that constant that has always been there, is always there, and always will be there? Bring yourself back to the day. Coming out of the relaxation, move your body, breathe deeply, stretch, expand your breath. And allow yourself to become external, your mind to become external once more for whatever it needs to do this evening or wherever you are in the day. And but still with this sense of connection to that inner life. I encourage you to practice that this whole week. Take a moment every day, maybe a moment where you just connect. So let's just close with that. Reconnection. Bring the arms together, rub the palms vigorously and place the hands over the heart center. Close your eyes, come into that inner space once more, really fully, wholeheartedly, and take the attention to the heart space and bring to mind your intention. And if you don't have an intention or a sankalpa ready into hand, then I am loved is a beautiful sankalpa. Say your intention to yourself, take it deep into your heart, give it warmth, energy, and your full attention. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for your supportive comments. Thank you for being here with me. And thank you for your donations. they are helping me keep this practice, this service alive. So be well, be happy, stay alive, be with your breath, and yeah, keep that inner life alive. Thank you. Bye-bye.